Chicken hold a bubbling, drinks he's neat, makes buttermilk biscuits that can't be beat. With the big blue eyes and the long brown hair, I'm in love, she really gets me there. In the sky, stars are shining. We gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are driving far away till we're gone. In the sky, stars are shining. We gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are driving far away till we're gone. With you by my side, I'm feeling fine. I'm riding high, ready to take on the world. Ready to take on the world. In the sky, stars are shining. We gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are driving far away till we're gone. In the sky, stars are shining. We gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are driving far away till we're gone. With you by my side, I'm feeling fine. I'm riding high, ready to take on the world. Ready to take on the world. She's my country lady, drives me nearly crazy. Lord, I wanna keep her, never wanna leave her. This ain't nothing but a country song. Sit down, listen, it won't take long. Song about a girl, no, it ain't made up. She likes cowboy boots and a big Ford truck. Chicken hold a bubbling, drinks he's neat, makes buttermilk biscuits that can't be beat. With the big blue eyes and the long brown hair, I'm in love, she really gets me there. In the sky, stars are shining. We gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are driving far away till we're gone. In the sky, stars are shining. We gonna ride to the break of dawn. On this road, pretty mama, we are driving far away till we're gone. With you by my side, I'm feeling fine. I'm riding high, ready to take on the world. Ready to take on the world.
Hey there, welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. My name is Andrew, and I'm here to help you grow your channel, build your brand, and educate the sighted about the blind and visually impaired. Today's episode is a Q&A on Teespring, email marketing, as well as an Ask Me Anything. If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's live stream, and I look forward to answering your questions on Teespring email marketing or anything else you wish to ask me. Let's get into today's video.
Disappointed by reality, trying to come back, start something new, build up yourself, it's all to you. Stay strong no matter what they say, you keep getting better every day. Hold your head up, never gonna stop, fears and proud, stand up and shout. Stand my ground.
As I said, welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. My name is Andrew, and in today's episode for this live stream, I am here to answer your questions on Teespring email marketing, as well as anything else you wish to ask me. Before we get started, let's see who we have here with us today. Zoom in here so I can see the chat without any issues. Hey, Lauren, how are you doing? I know you've been having a rough day because we were just chatting on Facebook, but I hope that your day goes better. I'm glad that you're here. Hey, Elo, what's going on, cuz? Artfully Blind with Diana, nice to see you. Sammy Superstar, Danny McKenna, Kim. How is everybody doing this wonderful Monday afternoon? I know, it's probably not a wonderful Monday because it's Monday, but hey, I'm in a good mood for the most part, and I hope you are too. And if not, I hope by being here to help you be in a better mood. If you have absolutely any questions about Teespring email marketing or anything else, please feel free to drop that into the chat. And if you're watching this on the replay, go ahead, put that in the comments. If you could, please put question in all caps. It'll make it a lot easier for me to see and differentiate between the chat as well as within the comments. Let's see here. Catch up on what's getting said in the chat real quick before I go on. All right, everybody saying hi to everyone, which is awesome. Love seeing that. I love our community. My consulting crew. I'm glad to hear you're having a good day, Danny McKenna. Hope you all are. First question is from Diana. My question is, after you create a group in Teespring, will all future customers automatically go into that group email list? I do believe that you would have to add them in. In fact, here in a moment, Diana, I will actually go through that tutorial for you live here so you can see exactly how it is again, because I know it's a pain in the butt to figure out. I know even with the tutorial, it's still going to be a pain in the ass just because Teespring keeps screwing with things just like YouTube and everybody else has been lately, which I know is a major mind screw because prior to you asking about that email list situation, they had it completely different and it was much, much easier prior to doing that tutorial. And I hoped to be able to answer your question, so I will go through that here momentarily. Oh, Danny, you know how to make me laugh every time you're here on the live streams, I swear. It's not morning or afternoon, it's freezing and it's evening, you plum. Yeah, I know, for you over there it's evening, but for most everybody here in the US, it is either early afternoon or early morning if they're over on the West Coast. But still, I'm hoping you're having a good evening, Danny, you smartass. What's going on, Terrence, my brother from POV? You haven't missed anything yet. I'm actually going to go through real quick and do a quick demo of the email list so we can answer a question for Diana because of wanting to create the groups and be able to have that set up. Um, I do believe they automatically go in there, Diana, but I'm not 100% sure because I've only had one purchase. That's it, one purchase. So when I did my group, I only had one in there. I do believe that they do, but like I said, we will go through that here in just a second. Let me pull up Teespring. And I will do a live demo again for you. Trust me, with everything that I've been learning right now, you can learn a lot from my previous videos, but with us being on SSI or SSDI, we still have a lot of things to do before we can really be able to make money without having issues, depending on which one you're on. If you're on SSI, we are really royally screwed with trying to get off of disability by doing Teespring and everything else. But don't let that turn you off because you can actually work around that. And that's why I have been working so hard to do these videos on ways to get off of disability because I want the same thing. I want to be able to see everybody in our kind of situation, whether you're blind or visually impaired or just disabled or differently abled, to be able to be independent, to be able to make money and not be reliant on the government. And that's exactly why I'm doing my business courses and learning all the new analytics and everything that goes into YouTube that I never paid attention to before. And that's my hope of here soon starting my business. And I was actually going to make a comment before I started the live stream while we were chatting on Facebook about how I hope that here in the near future, when I am capable of getting this business started, I actually wanted to reach out to you and see what your thoughts would be about being a part of my company. And that I'm just throwing it out there for you to have something to think on for in the near future or maybe down the road sometime. Because I know you're dealing with a lot just like I have been, and I would love to be able to help you out in any way that I can, not only as one of my subscribers, but as one of my good friends. Okay, let me zoom out here. Good old thing with my computer, and I'm going to share my screen with you. All right, let's go over here a minute and check the chat one more time real quick. I don't know if you guys can see how much I zoom in here, but hey, you get an inside look at how I get to read things and do things on here. Scroll up because I've seen a few of them pop in. I haven't seen Just Samson yet, but in most cases, he will probably pop in. If I haven't seen him yet, he's usually here. And sometimes he's just hiding in the background because he's driving or working on something. So he's occasionally sitting in the back there somewhere. You need a smartest in our lives to make us smile. See, Danny, now you're not only getting me to say it, but now you've got Lauren saying it, you smart ass. Because I swear, every time you're here, you do make everybody crack up laughing our asses off. Yeah, I'm not wearing my nice new shirt today for our society, but Elo, if you got to see it in the Bleedo challenge, I received a package from our POV society host and good friend Dan, and I now can say I am a proud owner of a People of Video shirt, a couple stickers, and a couple pins to be able to brag about being the founder or the first founding member of POV Society. Today I'm supporting the wonderful good old hashtag Niminati. And if you're unaware of what the Niminati is, that means that we are members of Nick and D Nimin's channel. The Nimin brothers. I swear to God, those two look like twins. Even though D's older, I still say they look like freaking twins. Yep, see? There he is, Terrence. You asked and you shall receive. Just Samson. Bruh. Thank you for being here with us today. Hey, Vicky, how's it going? Hope you're having a good Monday. Thank you for joining us as well. Greatly appreciated, sister. All right. Now, into the first question from Diana. You asked about if they automatically go into a group on the email marketing list. I'm going to zoom in here so hopefully you can see this a little bit easier. When you get into Teespring, on the left-hand side, you have your profile name and then all your wonderful freaking tabs, your home, your analytics, your listings, your stores, your payouts, your purchases, your tools and services, your integrations, and then your settings. What you want to do is go to your tools and services, and then you have a section that says promotions, messaging, pricing discounts, and tracking pixels. What you want to do is go into messaging, and it pulls you to another tab. And then on this tab, you have your listings, and then you have groups at the top with a little notification. Underneath that is all your different products. You want to click on the groups on the top of the page. And then you have your group listing. And as I said, when I did this tutorial, it automatically put my one customer in that list. See here, I named mine my buyer's email list. And you've got all your wonderful information, and then you can message them right here on the right hand side, right through Teespring. And then next to that is a download button. Don't waste your time on the little download button, because for some freaking reason, when you click on this little damn thing, in fact, I'll pull it up so you can see. When you click on it, it brings you to the Teespring terms of service. Why? I have no fucking clue, because it's stupid. You cannot scroll all the way down to the bottom to be able to go through and go, yes, approve. It just scrolls down and scrolls down and scrolls down forever. And then there's no damn button. Why? Teespring, fix this shit. I've asked and I've asked and I've asked and I have yet to get a response. Quit being lazy and fix your shit. Hashtag rant time. Because it is very, very, very annoying when you have websites like this and you make millions. There is absolutely no goddamn excuse, none, to have a download button that brings you to terms of use that you cannot do anything with. Hence why in my tutorial I tell you to use the download all button, because then when you do that, it brings you into the wonderful little area where you can designate how far you want to go back in your purchases up to whatever point you want to do. In their description, it says you can only do 6 months, but yet when you go into the calendar, you can go back years. Which, in my opinion, if you can only go back 6 months to get your email list, why the hell do you allow us to go back a year or more? That, too, irritates the living hell out of me. Don't tell me we can only do 6 months, but yet allow me to go infinitely back in time to be able to select a date to have for my email list. Just saying. As Samson would say, hashtag just saying. Now, I'm going to exit out of here. We'll go back to the previous screen. And then next to that download all button is a create a group. I'm going to click on that. And on the left hand side, you can see it says create a group there. You can name it. And then underneath that is a description. And the description is just for you. It's not for your customers or nothing like that. That way you know what you're doing. To the right of that, you have a select all button at the top, a search section underneath that, and then your entire listing of merch underneath that. Now, myself, as I said, I've only had one purchase in the last 6 months. Specifically, my one purchase was on July 2nd of 2020. So that's the only email address I was capable of getting since I've been on Teespring. And I am thankful as all hell to have that one purchase. I'm hoping here in the near future, with all the new merch that I have been working on and have been finalizing the last couple days to upload, that I'll have more purchases from the Consult the Blind Guy page, because I do have 5 separate stores. I have Consult the Blind Guy, I have Raven's Native Art, I have Blind Faith Church, I have MMM tutorials, and I also have the JPSI collection. And the JPSI collection is a store that I run for one of my cousins who is also blind like me from X-Linked RP. And because of him living out in the middle of BFE and being more vision impaired than I am, I operate and design everything for him. That way he can hopefully generate some revenue in the future as well. Myself, I select all of my merch when I create a group by hitting the top little selector, and anybody that's made a purchase will go into that download list. Now, I've already deleted and recreated and deleted and recreated my list to demonstrate this before, so I'm not gonna recreate it now. But once you select your products and create that list, I do believe that it will automatically add everybody from each of those purchases, whether it's from now to the future. But I may be wrong. In which case, that's when you have the ability to go back, like I'm going to here, so I can show you again. The joys of technology. Why is it not scroll? There we go. I was gonna say, God damn you, scroll over. But as you can see here on the left hand side where my list is, you can either edit it or delete it. If it does not automatically add in people from new purchases, say like today until next month per se, I do believe that you would be able to hit edit and reselect all of your merch and hit the download button afterwards. If not, in which case you could create another group and repeat the process as before. Name it, give it a description, select all your merch, and then go to the download all button, select the amount of time that you want for that list, and then download it. And remember, when you hit that download button, it does take a fair amount of time before they finally send you the email. When I did that tutorial, I sat here waiting literally for 2 hours before I got my list for one email. That's it. One email address. And it took them 2 hours to send it to me. That is a downfall, but at least I got it. Now, the other downfall to this email list for them is that it comes in a CSV file, which a CSV file is comma separated value. And unless you have something like Microsoft Office or a similar program, you're not going to be able to automatically open it by double clicking on the download once you have it downloaded on your computer. What you're going to have to do is to go to Google Sheets and then create a import. You import that file into Google Sheets. It takes a couple minutes of setting everything and ensuring your settings, which isn't very hard. Once you import it, it'll show you that entire list, and then you can re-download it there, and it will be in a spreadsheet format to be able to give you every address for all your purchases. Okay, I'm gonna quit sharing screen here. I hope that answers your question, Diana, and I will do some more further research on that for you as well, just to be sure. Thank you for your question. Does anybody else have any questions about email marketing for Teespring? If so, please feel free to drop that into the chat. I would be greatly appreciated. All right. Everybody's greeting Samson. Vicky went on a walk. Hey, my mom just went for a walk before I went live and just got back as well. I'm glad you got to enjoy your little break for a while, Vicky. That's awesome. Don't they learn? I swear. I still think it's funny. Dee's older than Nick by a little bit, but they seriously look like identical twins. And what's funny is I have this wonderful tendency, as a few of you here in the chat know, that I take screenshots of Pat Flynn on a regular basis during his live streams. His emojis that he has that are custom made are from yours truly because of taking all of those screenshots and removing the background and then emailing them to him and Jess so he can have them for whatever he wants, whether it's for using for his thumbnails or making the emojis or whatever Pat wants to do with them. I take all of those screenshots and I send them to Pat. And so far, we've already got 3 of them that I've created being used by Pat, and I'm sure here in the near future, when I get done editing the other 400 and some odd pictures I have of him, that will probably have some more emojis. I think I've got somewhere around like 12 to 1300 pictures of Pat from the live streams. And I think that there definitely puts me into that hashtag superfans category. But Pat's awesome. If I didn't have our quarantine fam these past 201 days, I'd probably would have went fucking stir crazy by now. And I appreciate and love each and every one of you for your encouragement and support and your chat with me every morning. I can't thank you all enough because it is something I look forward to every morning. Dr. Elo rant, brother rant. You know me, Elo. I tend to do this on a regular basis. That's the whole reason I've got Rant Time merch coming out and the Just Saying merch coming out. And by the way, also consulting crew, I wanted to let you know I am actually going to be designing another line for our community as well. Because I almost became $10,000 richer yesterday because people do not pay attention while they're driving. And I almost got hit. Serious as shit. I almost got hit while getting into the vehicle returning from grocery shopping because people don't pay attention. I don't think the woman even looked before she started backing out and almost hit me and my mother. And my mom panics, but I don't panic. I tell her, go ahead, let them hit me. Because once they hit me, I know I'm going to be rich. Why? Because when I first got my cane training, I was almost hit during my white cane training with my instructor. And when I almost got run over that day, I went absolutely batshit crazy ballistic on the dude that almost hit me. Because at the time when I first started my cane training, I still had good enough sight. I did not technically need my cane, and I really don't necessarily have to use it now because I do have enough sight to be able to see a few feet in front of me. But I was blindfolded, so she could actually evaluate how I use my cane. And that dude come around that corner and almost took my ass out. He actually bent my cane because of hitting me. And that's when she proceeded to tell me after I went ballistic at the dude and he was going ballistic back at me, ranting and screaming and honking his horn and flipping me off and everything else, that if you do, just an FYI for you drivers, you might want to research in your particular area. I don't know if it's a federal thing or if it's just something here in Michigan, but she was nice enough to enlighten me that if we get hit while using our canes, it's an automatic $10,000 that person is going to have to owe the blind or visually impaired person who gets hit. And then on top of it, they will be charged with reckless driving because of not giving the right of way to a pedestrian, as well as causing injury and not paying attention while they're driving. And I almost wanted to keep walking to ensure she was going to hit me instead of stopping. because I could use 10 grand. I know a good couple ways to put that money to use, but I also don't feel like having to get rushed to the hospital because I got a broken leg or getting crushed by a car. So just be aware, please, that if you see somebody who is visually impaired walking with a white cane, do give them the right of way. Don't encroach too far, because if you do and a cop sees you, you could face some very, very serious issues. And I don't want to hear about anyone in the consulting crew for you sighted drivers out there getting charged with reckless driving or reckless endangerment or causing death or injury to somebody who is blind or visually impaired while they're using their cane. What's your comment here? Yes, Diana, I totally agree with you on that. Honestly, the only reason I really like Teespring is because would you rather pay $30 to $200 a month to a site that is very, very similar to Teespring and not get any sales and only have the opportunity to have up to 4 storefronts and a blog? Or would you rather use Teespring, which is 100% free, and have the ability to have unlimited stores and no blog? Because I don't care if I have a blog, that's what Facebook's for, in my opinion. It's the same thing, because that is exactly how Shopify is, Printly is, and Printify are. You're going to pay them every month to use their website and list your product, and then they're going to limit you on the amount that you can have on their site, and then they're going to give you a blog. Whoopie damn do. I've got 5 stores on Teespring, and it don't cost me a damn dime. I can go and post on Facebook, and it don't cost me a dime. Granted, I don't do a lot of marketing on there at this particular moment because I've been too focused on other stuff, but I would much rather take the free route, put my product out there, and them take their little commission out of making my product and giving me my profit margin that I designate, rather than going here. I'm going to pay you to put my merch out, and you're going to give me up to 4 stores and a blog and still not make a damn dime. That's why I like Teespring, because it doesn't cost me anything. I am not limited on the amount of stores I have or the amount of products I have listed, and I can integrate it with YouTube if I want to. I can integrate it with other platforms if I choose to. Whereas the other ones, yeah, you can integrate, but it's going to cost you money to do everything. And I'm about making money, not wasting money. That's my thing, as I am not going to waste my money and not get an ROI or a return on my investment, because that's exactly how I look at it. If I'm going to pay you $30 a month or up to $200 a month to have my products listed, you damn well better guarantee to me I'm going to make that $30 up to $200 back every single month. Guaranteed. Because if you can't, why in the hell would I waste my money with you? And then on top of it, if you use one of those sites and you don't get your ROI, now you're going to have to go back and find another platform and take all your stuff down off of their site and transfer it to another site, and all that wonderful hassle. I am about doing things smartly and efficiently rather than doing things just to get it done. As I said the other day in our Bleedo challenge, from my principal, my high school principal had put it in there for her statement, her perception of me. I am not about just getting things done. I am about getting things done and done well and done right because I am a bit of a perfectionist. And I don't want to waste my time on something that does not guarantee that I'm going to get that income in return. And I know I'm a little bit behind on the chat here, I'm sure. Danny says it is possible it's a problem with your browser. I have the same issue a lot. The button is there, but the browser fails to show it for some reason. Yeah, I know. It's Teespring. It's something to do with Teespring because I have hit them up and they'll answer every question I have except for that one. They've helped me on a number of different things. That's why I love Teespring because most people think, from what I've heard, well, they don't have high quality merch or they had errors and they didn't fix it. And I've never had that issue. Anytime one of my products has had an issue, they have fixed it absolutely free and let me keep my product that was screwed up, replaced it, as well as given me my money back. And I don't know any other company out there that is willing to do that. Okay, we screwed up. Not only is it your money back, but you get to keep the messed up product. And here, we're sending you a corrected product. My Consult the Blind Guy hoodie that most of the time I am wearing during these streams, for instance. The first one that they sent me of those hoodies, the red was not red. It was a coral pink for the wording background as well as the cane tip. I got my money back. I got to keep that hoodie, which I gave to my mother, which is now free advertisement for me. And then I've got the hoodie that you all get to see me wear on a regular basis. That's why I love Teespring. So long as they treat me good and keep doing business like that to make the customer happy, I will always use Teespring. Lauren, you want that rant time? As soon as I get them up, and actually, I will work on that here in a little bit after today's stream. I will go in to Teespring and I will finalize everything, get them put up. That way you can all go through because I have actually worked on 4 different size pictures for rant time. There is like 4 different size pictures now for the just saying. There is also like 3 or 4 different sizes for trolls tasty. I'm sure that everybody's gonna love that one because when I did that one, it was by the suggestion of Just Samson, who has been giving me these suggestions for merch the last couple times. And I did a couple different designs on that particular one because I wanted it to be the standard look, and then I did a slightly more comical look to it. And the whole theory behind the trolls tasty is because Just Samson, whether he's able to watch or whether he's driving, is waiting for a troll to screw with us, because the instant that he hears there's a troll within our chat, he is going to chew them up and spit them the hell out. Kind of like I did for Vicky on her channel, because we do not deal with them kind of assholes. And if you want to troll, go ahead, because there are 2 Marines, one on this camera right now and one in the chat, who will chew you up, spit you out, and rub your ass right into the dirt like there is no fucking tomorrow. We do not know. You want to have that bad energy, you better take that shit somewhere else because we will mow your ass over with a quickness. Yeah, I hear you on that one, Danny McKenna. That stuff is expensive. I looked at it myself because I thought about doing it a while ago before I developed my Teespring account. And had it not been so expensive, and you bet your ass, brother, I would have had my own t-shirt company going by now. You have to have mercy show. No, what it is, Kim, for me to have the merch on a shelf here on YouTube is I can integrate it after I hit a particular subscriber mark. I do believe I think it's 10,000, but I could be wrong. I think it might be lower than that. I'd have to ask Dan, Nick, or D, or one of the other guys that I know has them. And it's not that it so much costs me extra, it's the fact that Teespring will then take a cut out of my profit and give it to YouTube for having that capability. Unfortunately, because, YouTube thinks they've got to have their damn fingers in the fucking everything. I've heard about Zazzle. I know there's another one called Redbubble, but I haven't completely researched their terms of use because, unlike most people, when they get into sites, they just go and create an account and start using it. I am one of them assholes that will go through and take my sweet ass time and read every fine little detail for the terms of use. Because I'll be damned if them companies are going to screw me over. Right. Yeah, we have. Yep. If we're not carrying arcane and we get hit, you're entitled to compensation if you get hit in general because, well, they hit you. Doesn't matter whether you're sighted or whether you're blind or not. If you get hit by a car as a pedestrian, you are entitled to compensation. But being blind and visually impaired, on the other hand, and using your white cane, from what my instructor told me, it is an automatic $10,000 compensation at the very minimum because they're going to pay you to the $10,000 for compensation for hitting you. You can then go after them for your medical bills. Depending on how bad your injury is, that could be a substantial amount of money tacked on to that $10,000. Then they're going to also have the added benefit of you can request pain and suffering on top of that compensation. So now you're getting $10,000 plus your medical bills paid, plus pain and suffering for being injured. And then you also have the fine that they're going to have to pay for hitting a pedestrian, as well as the points on your driver's license for reckless driving and reckless endangerment. Oh no, up here, Kim, they will enforce that. Here in Michigan, you get hit, the courts will enforce that payment because they do not screw around up here. A pedestrian gets hit, whoever it is, whether they're blind or not, they've got one hell of a good case on their hands, and there are plenty of attorneys like Jeffrey Feiger who will represent you free of charge, pro bono. And he will go after them with everything he has and take everything they own if he has to get you that compensation. And he will get it within 6 months. I've seen him nail quite a few people over the years for stupid shit because they don't know what the hell they're doing when they're driving. How about a YouTube channel, Banter Ranter? See, I love it when you're here, Danny. I'm telling you. Question from Diana. Can I hook up MailChimp with my Teespring email list? Not quite sure. I have no idea because I do not use MailChimp. I use ConvertKit. And ConvertKit is how I email each of you every single night with the following day's missions and how I did our welcome video and all that. I have no knowledge on anything when it comes to MailChimp, but I know there's at least two people here in the chat that probably do have more knowledge on that, and that would be Just Sampson and Vicky O'Neill. They would have more knowledge on the ins and outs, I do believe, of MailChimp and ConvertKit than I do because they have more experience with it than I do. I've literally only had ConvertKit for just over a week. I created my ConvertKit account just before we started Bleedo, and I'm waiting on them to actually get back a hold of me here in the near future because I made a request to Pat Flynn for them to add in accessibility features. Because prior to me creating my account, they did not have any accessibility features at all. But because of being friends and a student of Pat Flynn's and letting him know my complications with it just from looking at their site prior to being a user, I made that request. He immediately got a hold of the CEO of ConvertKit after a live stream. And it wasn't even an hour later that Pat was getting in touch with me to let me know that they are working on accessibility features and they are working on them round the clock because they want our community to be able to use their platform with ease, not complication. And Pat, I know you occasionally do check in on these videos and live streams. And if you are by chance listening there in the background, thank you very much for everything that you do for the quarantine and everybody in general. I greatly appreciate your advice and support and encouragement to do everything that I have been working tirelessly on these last few months, and I greatly appreciate your course and everything you do for all of us. Yeah, see, Samson's at the range right now, so I would really not want to be a troll because he's long distance shooter. Just saying, he'll put a round in your ass from over 1,000 yards away. Just 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 throwing that out there. Uh, Unfortunately, Lauren, Teespring can be expensive to ship as well, depending on the product you want, how much the products, how many products you have, whether you want them expedited for super fast shipping or not. Like when, in fact, this coffee cup, Ravens Videos 1, my first product. And you see that there wonderful play button? This is the only product besides my shirt, my sticker, and my hoodie that I ordered that will have that play button on it unless I join the YouTube Partner Program and get YouTube's express permission to be able to use that play button. Why? Because even though it's not YouTube's play button, because it looks like their play button, I got a copyright infringement from Teespring. And I was advised that I cannot make merch with that symbol. Even if it's not their play button for YouTube, it's too close to being exactly like their play button. So I got copyright. So that merch is no longer available, which means now if you go into my store to get my Ravens video set up like that, it's just going to be the 4 direction colors with the text the way it is on that mug without the play button because it's too close to YouTube. Now, if I go through and redesign it to where it is a lot more different than YouTube's play button, I could have that back on my merch, but I'm not going to waste my time redesigning it to have a different play button when it's just as good without the play button, at least in my opinion. Oh my god. Oh, Danny. I love you, brother. I'm telling you, you make me laugh my ass off. I'd put that one up there, but I don't want to get in any kind of trouble for sexual references within the stream, you know. Uh, what do I mean on a shelf? If you remember, Lauren, when you go into Nick and D's channel, like when we're in our members meeting, right? When we go into our channel members live streams and you see D or Nick have the shirt at the very top of the chat, and you have to move that damn thing out of the way so you could see the chat. That is what they call the merch shelf. It's not only in the live streams, but they also integrate the store into the top portion of their channel to where you have videos and the community tab, and then next to the community tab you'll have the store tab. That is the merch shelf. Same thing with when they're on their videos and you're watching those. Underneath the video, just below the information for the description, it'll have all the merch listed right there that they chose to show on their channel. I hate roads. Okay, I must have missed something for that comment there, Danny. I hate roads. Okay, what did I miss? Had a few close calls crossing the street by the bus stop. Drivers don't see my cane that here. Yep. Trust me, there are so many people. I'm telling you, it's like, I swear to God, how is it I'm the blind asshole and people that are completely sighted don't see me? How? How in the fuck can you be sighted and not see that white cane? It's reflective, for Christ's sakes. Not just white, the whole fucking thing. It's reflective. Red and white. How can you not see that damn thing going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? Especially when it makes noise. You know, it's not like it's quiet running across pavement. Even in the damn store, you can still hear it back and forth. And no, I don't do the 2-tap technique. I hate that technique. I think it's retarded. I understand it's for people to have that tactile feel, and I understand it's for echolocation, but my echolocation works just fine with keeping it on the ground and moving back and forth. Just saying. All right. We are at the top of the hour. So if you have any questions, please feel free to hurry up and drop it into their chat real quick. Please put question in all caps. It'll make it a little bit easier for me to see, and I will answer them here real quick before we end today's live stream, because I am trying to do my best to keep these as close to an hour as possible, because a lot of you know, Danny, don't you even say it, that I can tend to go on for hours. I'm waiting, because I have a feeling that a particular person over in the UK is going to make a smart-ass remark about yesterday. And if he doesn't, I'm going to be damn surprised. Yes. But that's the sad part, is even though there is a lot of people on the phone and even a lot of them texting, it's when they're not on the phone or not texting and they just back up, or they just don't pay attention and go, here, we're going to cut you off. Because that's what happened yesterday with the grocery store, is she just got in her vehicle, didn't even check. She did not once look over her shoulder, and she just started backing up. She even had what looked like a teenage kid with her, and they didn't neither of them didn't look. That's why I hate being, as you guys would say, a high functioning blind person, because had I not been able to see them or see the vehicle moving, if it was the blind guy, if it was Greg that was walking, he would have been run the fuck over. And it wouldn't have been good, because when she backed up, she was backing up with a quickness. She wasn't just creeping out of that spot. She came out of there with her foot on that damn pedal. That's kind of why I wanted to stop real quick in front of her for her to hit me, because I could have got that there money for getting hit, but at the same time, I did not want to go to the damn hospital. Because I hate being in the hospital. They take too goddamn long. You know, you could go in there and be practically fucking dying, and you'll see somebody come in with the smallest of freaking injuries, a broken finger or something, and they'll rush them fuckers off into the back. I've been sitting in there before, bleeding from my head, bleeding from my leg, bleeding from my arm, broken leg. They didn't give a damn. It's like, how is it the people that are actually dealing with a life-threatening injury are the ones that get to sit in the waiting room and bleed all over like a stuffed pig, but yet people that have no obvious injury are the ones that get rushed off into the back room? I never understood that. But then again, I don't understand half the shit when it comes down to our health system being the way that it is, because it's absolutely asinine in my opinion. You know, sorry to say, but to me, drug addicts that get this damn Narcan that's been out for the last few years, they should have to pay $1,000 or more for them to get that shot. Every damn shot that they get. Because, in my opinion, you chose to do the drug. You chose to overdose. You chose to be that fucking idiot that did it. Why do you get it for free when a diabetic did not choose to be a diabetic? Why is it that they've got to spend $800 plus to have their insulin? Why? What the hell is different between somebody who chose to be the addict compared to somebody who didn't choose to be a diabetic? They need that insulin in order to live every damn day. Why do they have to pay for it? But some damn druggie can go out and OD and get a free shot. Or as it happened not too long ago around here, and it was on our news, that somebody overdosed and was literally given 10 shots of Narcan at no cost. Why? Absolutely ridiculous that our healthcare system punishes those who had no control over that health issue, but yet you're going to give a free ride to some fucking drug addict. That ain't cool. In my opinion, you deserve what you get when you do that stupid shit. You want to do heroin and overdose? Well, that's on you. We didn't put that needle in your arm. We didn't tell you to do that. Yep, you might have got peer pressured by somebody else into doing that at some point, but it is not our responsibility in this country to pay for your stupid mistakes. Sorry, but that shit irritates the living hell out of me. People that have legitimate reasons to need healthcare assistance should not have to pay out the ass to get that assistance when some drug addict can go out and do God knows what underneath the sun and get taken care of for free? Absolutely ridiculous. Stupid shit. Sorry, but it is. Because I don't care what drug it is. Heroin, coke, crack, meth, whatever. You want to go out and be a fucking idiot and do that shit and overdose? Overdose. Because I don't think that one American person should have to pay for your stupidity. There are programs out there to help you get over that shit. A.A. You know, you've got all these damn different clinics you can go to that will assist you for free to get off of the stuff. We should not have to pay as taxpayers for you to get a goddamn needle or multiple needles to bring you back to life so you could go back out literally an hour later and start doing crack, coke, heroin, or meth, or whatever the hell all over again. That to me is the dumbest goddamn thing that our country has ever done. Here, I'm going to pay for you to be a drug addict, go out and do your shit, die, and then I'm going to revive you at $1,000 plus each shot. And then we're going to take you to the hospital, make sure you're all right for a minute, and then when you leave, you can go right back out and do it again. No. 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 You get revived once, you ain't getting revived again. Your ass can sit there and die for all I care. I ain't, no. It's stupid. Oh, I know not everybody chooses to be an addict, but people have to have their own self-determination and their own responsibility to know better. People gotta quit getting peer pressured into doing shit. Stand up for yourself. Don't sit there and go, oh, well, I got pressured into it. Really? Last I checked, you are the one in control of your life. No one else. No one. You make your decisions, not anybody else. Unless somebody's holding you down and literally injects you with that shit, it was your choice. Just saying. That's my observation, is they can tell you, come on, do it. You'll like it. Come on. Come on. Still up to you to go, all right. Just saying. Peer pressure might be a bitch, but it's still up to you to make that final decision. Somebody that's got diabetes didn't get to make that decision. It was in their DNA. Maybe in some cases it's because of their eating habits, but still, they didn't have entire control over the way that their body decided to process after eating all that stupid shit. You know, it ends up being something that affects them deeply to where they now have to have something to control it. Drugs, that is a personal choice. As I said, from what I understand, because I know quite a few people in my own family who are drug addicts, it is a personal choice. Now, if Samson was to come over here right now and hold my skinny ass down and inject me with something, then I can see it being not my choice. But to have somebody just sit there and poke at you and go, come on, come on, come on. I do it. You need to do it. Come on. Come on. Do it. Do it. Oh, well, I'm not going to be your friend if you don't do it with me. Well, good. Don't be my goddamn friend. I don't need your stupid shit. How hard is it? Oh, well, it's a relative. I don't fucking care. Anyone in your relatives say, I'm doing this drug. You want to do it? Obviously, they don't care about you and they don't care about them damn selves. Just saying. I know. Good fucking rant to go on for the ending of today's live stream, huh? Just saying. I'm just saying. Make your own damn decisions. Do not let anybody make your choices for you. Just saying. That's one reason I am enjoying listening and learning from everybody in the Bleed Out Challenge, because it's getting deep. We're only on day 5 and it's getting deep. Guess what? It's only going to get deeper. Serious. That's your forewarning, Lauren. It might be getting easier, but we're going to get deeper. Don't worry about crying, because trust me, if y'all remember anything from August, I did it multiple days in a row. Live streaming pros wanted us to do our streams as quick as possible. Diana can tell you. Paul can tell you. My streams ended up being close to 2 hours long because of my breakdowns. But look how much I've grown from having those breakdowns, from doing that challenge. I don't care anymore what anybody thinks of me here on these live streams or within my content. I don't care if you like how I look. I don't care if you like the tone of my voice. I don't care. Because if you don't, you get to stepping. Because I don't care about the numbers. Honestly, there's too many people here on YouTube that focus on the fucking subscriber numbers. It irritates me. Because I don't want a shit ton of subscribers. If you want to subscribe, good on you. But if you don't like my content, you don't like me, that's fine. I'm not for you. There's somebody else out there who you may enjoy on this platform to listen to. I'm not here to make you happy. I'm here to help you if you choose to come to me for help. You want to grow your channel? You want to build your brain? You want to learn about the blind and visually impaired? I'm right here. But I'm not going to censor myself for any fucking buddy. Period. I did that for way too long. And it's not me. That's not who I am. And thanks to that challenge, you now get to see me for me. You get to hear my thoughts, my observations as I feel. I'm not holding a goddamn thing back anymore. That was the whole purpose of Lita. And that's the whole purpose of Bleedo. Become you. The real you. Because if you are not yourself in your content, in your life, and you let other people walk all over you and treat you like crap, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to make your content the way you want your content. You need to be authentic. Don't hide who you are. I did it. This channel from day 1 up until August will show you that. I hid who I was in my content because I was fearful of you all hating me because of the way I look or the tone of my voice or because I'm toothless. Guess what? I don't fucking care. You're either going to like me for me or you're not. Plain and simple. I don't care about numbers. That's not what I'm here for. Just saying. The sooner that more people quit focusing on the numbers and actually think about who you want for your audience, that's more important. Your audience should be what guides you to how you do your content, how you do your channel. And I'm not gearing this comment at anyone in particular here in the stream. I'm just saying, don't focus on subscriber count. Focus on creating that connection with your audience. That is the most important thing when it comes to being on this platform. If you want to actually have a good community, a good foundation to build on, that is the most important thing you need to look at. How do you engage with your audience? Do they know you? Do they like you? Do they trust you? Because if they don't, you're not going to get anywhere. Plain and simple. Every single influencer on this platform, Pat Flynn, Dean Nimmin, Nick Nimmin, Dan Courier, Roberto Blake, and the list goes on and on and on and on. They will all tell you the same damn thing. Know, like, and trust is the number one thing you need to think about when it comes to your audience. Because if they don't know you, then why are they going to follow you? If they don't like you, why are they going to follow you? If they don't trust you, why would they come and ask you questions? Why would they come and ask you for help? Why are they going to say anything in the chat? They're not. Don't focus on numbers. Focus on your audience. Serve your audience before you serve yourself. As I have always said, and as it says on my LinkedIn, I am here to lead the change from me to we. Serious. That's one of my leading lines for my church platform. I don't care about taking care of myself. I'm here to take care of the masses within our community. If you need me, you come to me and I will help we, the people who actually need it and understand each other and want to work with each other. That's the most important thing. I don't care about money. That's a byproduct of serving you here on this platform or in general. Yes, I would like to make an income to get off of disability, but still, it is a byproduct of being here to help you. By helping you, I am helping myself in the long run. And that is the number one fundamental key to being on these platforms, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Twitch, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, your own website, an email list, whatever it may be. Serve your community, and in return, they will assist you, whether it's by follows, whether it's by donating to you, buying your merch, engaging with you in the chat, whatever platform it may be. You serve your people and they will assist you in one way or another because they know you, they like you, and they trust you. Plain and simple. As I've said, I've been literally on this platform here on YouTube since day one. That is 16 years. 16 years I've been on this platform. I did not care about analytics and all that stupid shit. I've only recently learned about all of that crap. And even then, though I'm still learning about them analytics and all the different back end things, still not my primary focus. My primary focus is you, each and every one of you, right here, right now, watching this live stream and watching this replay. You have been my primary focus since day one, 16 years ago. Being entertaining for you, dropping the knowledge and experience that I have to be able to assist you. That's been my primary focus. If I wanted to go out and make all kinds of money, I would have done that a long time ago, instead of giving away money that I probably should have been saving. You know, how many people do you know do that? Instead of keeping my money, I've been giving money away. Oh, hey, look, I hit a milestone. I'm not making any money here on YouTube. I'm not making money on any other platform. But yet I still gave away a $50 gift card instead of saving my money. Who in their right mind does that? Somebody who doesn't care about money. Somebody that would rather see my subscribers happy and give them a token of appreciation for being here just because you do support me and encourage me to keep going with my content, ask me questions, and need help on things. By serving your community before you serve yourself, you are guaranteed to grow in one fashion or another. Just saying. Hey, Sister Christina, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed my rant. Look what happened. Lita's created a monster. Just Samson, you ask and you shall receive, brother. I will do that on Thursday. How about that? Day one with today. Day one, Lita, with today's live stream. I can do that because I will guarantee I will actually, you know what? Give me 1 second. We're going to go a little bit over. I know we're already a little bit over, but we're going to go over because I saved absolutely every one of my Lita videos. Every one of my live streams here on YouTube, as well as in the Facebook group. So, 1 second. I'm going to pull that up for you. This ought to be interesting because I'm sure that there is going to be a lot of people here going, wait a minute, what the fuck happened? Who is this person? What did you do with Andrew? Okay, where is it, you blind ass? The joys of technology and having 2 terabyte freaking hard drives. Sometimes these things take a minute to load. That's the only thing that sucks with hard disk drives. I kind of wish they were a solid state drive because then they would probably load a little bit quicker. That's the joys of technology, I'm telling you. Okay, Samson, do we want to go with the YouTube lead a day one, or do we want to go with the Facebook lead a day one? uh, I I love you, Danny. I'm telling you, brother. uh, uh, yeah, yeah. I could so see that being a shirt too. Definitely can see that being a shirt. We're gonna go a little bit over. Do you want to go on the left, or you want to go to the right, or is it just gonna stay in that center? But which one do you want me to do, Samson? Do we want day one Facebook or day one YouTube for Lita? Because granted, they're pretty much the same mission, but I think we'll do the Facebook because that one is a little bit more personal than here on YouTube, I think. And open. Alright, I'll plug in my headphones. That way I can enjoy this with you all and you can hear the best audio quality. Okay, you want the YouTube day one? Alright. Let me swap this back out then real quick. YouTube data video number one. Okay. The only ones I actually have saved from the YouTube ones are from the days I started my StreamYard use with the partnership for downloads. So give me 1 second here, and I can still pull them up. I just got to go back into my playlist. YouTube Studio. Because we all know how I am about having absolutely everything on here. Everything is gonna be on here. Number one. Hello. Yeah, there we are. Lita day one. An hour stream because, well, we all know that I like to do at least an hour for my streams at very minimum. So, okay, Lita day one on YouTube. Close that tab. And go back to this tab. Yeah, I went back to day one of the YouTube. I know either one works, but I wanted to be specific to what you requested, so that's what we're doing. And share screen. Okay. I've got my headphones so I can listen in here so we can see the difference. And I'm going to mute myself momentarily so you have the best audio quality possible. So I will see you in just a minute because I don't want to play it for too long because, like I said, it's an hour stream. So let's see what difference day one to now. All right, hey there, welcome to Consult the Blind Guy. I am Andrew, and in today's video, we're going to do a quick explanation of the next month ahead. For those of you who don't know, I am participating in the Live Streaming Pros Lita Challenge, and Lita is live every day in August. So that means from today until the end of the month, every day at noon until 1, I will be going live right here on YouTube. Now, the thing about this is, if you didn't see in the Facebook group or aren't friends with me on Facebook, I was under the impression that the Lita Challenge was to be a live stream on your channel, when in fact I actually found out the other night that the Lita Challenge is not to go live on your actual channel every day. It is to go live within a Facebook group just for the challenge. And because of this assumption that I had put it out to all of you here that I would be going live every day as part of this challenge. Well, I'm a man of my word, and because I'm the one that made the mistake by assuming, I will now be doing double duty in a sense of the Lita Challenge. I will now go live every day within the Facebook group for the challenge, completing my missions, as well as completing them same missions here on YouTube, as well as going over some other content that I have planned over the next few weeks. Now, if you're here watching with me live, please feel free to hit like, give me an emoji, let me know you're here, ask questions at any point in time. I'll be more than happy to do my best to answer them for you. Now, what really is Lita and why is Lita happening? Lita is a challenge, as I said, hosted by the Live Streaming Pros channel, and they do a challenge in April as well as in August to do a live stream daily. these live streams are to help you gain confidence and structure within your live stream so you don't feel as nervous or so anxious about possible tech issues or anything else like that. It's to help you gain the self confidence and skills you need to go live every day and be able to make your content. Um, to start out, mission one for today from Lita was to go over 5 quick little questions that we were given. And number one was, if you had a warning label, what would it be? And we're to use the ones that we put within the Lita challenge group. And I put warning, unfiltered blind person. Why? Because if you've seen any of my previous videos, you will know that I can tend to go on a rant sometimes, and I tell it like I see it. So, you may like my opinion, you may not like my opinion. Everybody's different. Everybody has that right to their own thoughts. Number 2 is, why did you do the Lita challenge? And what are you hoping to gain? I honestly hoped by doing the Lita challenge that one, I would become a little bit more relaxed and confident in myself on screen. As most of you already know, just based on my channel name, I am legally blind. Therefore, I cannot see as well as everybody else does who does do streaming. So for like you, those that are here now, I can see your chat, but I cannot read them unless I get up super close. So give me just a minute and I will read those. But that is one of my big issues is I don't want to look like a goofball because I have to come way up here to be able to see or read what it is that you're saying in the chat. And to me, it's not professional. It doesn't look good. I know you understand because of my situation, but I still feel bad because I'm leaning way in and leaning back and leaning in and leaning back. So I apologize for that. I am trying to figure out a way to work around this little issue with the visual part of seeing the chat and figuring out a way to be able to do it easier without having to lean forward all the time. But I do appreciate everybody that is here. It is greatly appreciated. Like to give a shout out to Divided by Sight. If you haven't already seen Divided by Sight, she is one of my good friends that I have done live streams with in the past. And we will be doing more collaborations in the future. Divided by Sight is Lauren and her sister. Also, Nikki has a new page called The Blind Mage. And we in the visually impaired community, the blind community, have all begun starting to do little collaborations and things like that to help educate the community out there of our different eye disabilities and situations that we have and some things that we think could be improved in society around us. I'd like to give another shout out to Love Audio Production. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for coming and participating in the stream today. The next thing on the list for the challenges today for Lita was, where are you from? I originally am from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I lived in Wayland for the last few years, and I'm currently in a situation where I'm moving again to Battle Creek. Now, unfortunately, it's not the situation I wanted to be in, but hey, shit happens, pardon the language, but It happens, things happen. We have to acknowledge and move on and figure out a way around them. Next on the list is pets, kids, partners, what it is your social or personal life like. I currently do not have a girlfriend. I am single. I have no kids. I have no pets, at least none of my own. I do have my mother's dog that you may occasionally hear in the background, and that is it. I used to have a couple of ferrets, but they were with me for a few years and they recently passed within the last year and a half, 2 years for the both of them. And I missed them quite a bit because they were my little buddies and kept me occupied and from being so stressed. And finally, what is your content about? My content is geared towards helping the sighted to understand the challenges and problems of the blind and visually impaired community, as well as helping the blind, visually impaired, and other disabled or differently abled become independent and be able to get off of disability. I have been a content creator for the last 20 years. And in the last 4 months, I have learned so much about different ways to improve on my content on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, Twitch, you name it. I have been spending the last 4 months constantly learning different ways to help myself and our community to get off of disability. Because I know, as I'm sure most of you are tired of being dependent on government funding, as well as being on such a low income where we can barely do anything. And I'm sorry, I did not realize that my computer is actually in the screen here. There we go. That'll give you a little bit more of a better view. What's in the chat? Oh, hey, Ability Mom. Thanks for coming and joining us in the stream today. I'm just going over briefly, real quick, what Lita is and what is to come over the next few weeks. I will be live every day at noon until 1 or until we feel that we've had enough within the hour, because immediately after the stream I will be going to the live streaming pros channel for our daily stream there, as well as to the Facebook group to complete the challenge there, because I am a goof and I am now doing 2 challenges in one because I made that wonderful mistake of assuming. So never assume, ask questions first. You might save yourself some hassle. Well. But I am grateful for everybody showing up and participating in this live stream. It's greatly appreciated. I'm sorry I haven't been on doing live streams so much lately. I have been trying to do my best to get content put out for 3 channels and 10 different Facebook pages and 18 different Facebook groups. So, as you can imagine, I have been quite overwhelmed the last few weeks with trying to get everything implemented and updated and everything else. So, I apologize on taking so long for the last couple weeks with content. There will be a new video every Monday for the next 9 weeks, all geared towards helping our community get off of disability. Each video on Monday will be released early in the morning, so it will be there the instant you wake up and are able to watch it whenever you're free throughout the day, instead of how it's been in the past where I uploaded immediately after editing, which could have ranged anywhere between 8, 10 in the morning until 11, 12 o'clock at night. I'm now trying to keep on a steady schedule for you to be able to know when the content will be there, what the content may be, and things like that because of updating in the Hangout group as well as the mastermind. Um, I am. Now that's one hell of a difference, isn't it? Now, I actually think I'm going to show you one more real quick, just because I can. And you will really see the drastic change that has happened thanks to Lita. Because that is day one, Lita. And you just heard me for the last hour and a half in how I went off on a rant and how I expressed myself. This next one, on the other hand, is the third video on this channel. The first two were vlog rants about Social Security and the bullshit that they were pulling on me. But this one here is literally the actual first dedicated content for this channel. And you'll see the difference in video quality, the difference in audio quality, and how I behave on camera compared to today. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to give a like and subscribe so you can stay updated on the latest videos and more from Consult a Blind Guy. Thanks for watching.
Disappointed by reality, trying to come back, start something new, build up yourself, it's all to you. Stay strong no matter what they say, you keep getting better every day. Hold your head up, never gonna stop, fierce and proud, stand up and shout. Stand my ground.
Question 1. Why do you wear glasses if you're blind? Well, I myself wear glasses because I'm not 100% blind, and statistically, 15% of people who are blind are totally blind. That means 85% of those who are legally blind have some sort of sight, whether it's just being able to see a light, or whether it's clouded vision, tunnel vision, or any variation of an impairment. Why do blind people wear sunglasses? As I said a moment ago, it depends on the different eye condition, but the majority of the reason is due to light sensitivity. As I sit here now, you can tell that I have a light up overhead, and that light, though it's not directly in my eyes, I could still feel the sensation of it being above, and it feels like it would be sunlight in my eye. Question 3. What is your condition? My specific condition is X-linked retinitis pigmentosa, also known as XLRP, which is a degenerative disease that attacks the retina of your eye and can cause complete blindness. Number 4. What can you see? I myself can see about 5-6 foot in front of me, kind of clear. Not 100% clear, but kind of clear. That's what these are for. It helps make the fuzziness a little bit less. Now, can I read anything or tell you specifically what an object is? It all depends on how big the text is and how big the object is. Question 5. How do you use technology like a smartphone? Depending on the different type of phone you have, depends on the different accessibility features. I use the text to speech. I also have the Envision AI app. the nice thing about having the speech recognition with Google, or in some cases Alexa, is you can actually give voice commands. I also have a Envision magnifier, which is a 22-inch screen with a built-in camera that you can tilt down at a table to be able to read or work on crafts or different things. And you can also tilt it up and point it at you. That way you can shave or do makeup or look at your eyelashes if need be, or whatever. You can also rotate it away from you to where you can look at like a whiteboard in school or an object on the wall or somebody giving a presentation. Number 6, do you use a cane, a guide dog, or both? I myself use a cane. Not 100% of the time. I don't like using my cane because out in public I feel myself vulnerable, because once that cane comes out, it's an automatic identifier that you have a visual impairment. I don't currently have a guide dog, though I have considered it, but I'm not entirely sure when to get one or how to get one. Number 7, are your senses improved? No, our senses are not improved. It's just that we use them a lot more frequently now with a visual impairment than those with good vision. Your hearing doesn't improve, it's just you're focused more on listening to your environment around you so you know what's happening. The sense of smell and the sense of taste help with identifying locations in an area. Like if you're walking downtown, you'll be able to tell the difference between a restaurant and a coffee shop by the smell of the brew or food being cooked. Question 8, how do you get around? As I said a moment ago, I myself use a white cane. I also like to use sighted guides, whether it's a family member or a friend, or if you're out at a event like a concert or something like that, sometimes the employees will also assist as a sighted guide. Number 9, is it okay if I pet your guide dog? I myself personally don't have a guide dog, but I can tell you as a member of the blind community, no, do not automatically assume that you can walk up and pet a guide dog. 9 chances out of 10, when you see a guide dog, they are on duty, which means they're working. And when they're working, they need to be paying attention to their owner. That way they could provide the service that they were trained to do. These are not household pets. These are $40,000, $50,000 animals that have been trained to specifically help people. They have to be paying attention to the person they are there to assist. Do not automatically assume it is okay to pet a guide dog. Ask the person that is their handler first. Number 10, do blind people cry? And yes, blind people cry. We are no less human than you. We all feel emotion. We all have to deal with things in life. Yes, blind people cry. Hey everybody, thanks again for watching Consult the Blind Guy. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe to stay updated on the latest videos and more from this channel. Don't forget to take a look down in the bottom in the description for links to other things you might be interested that I run here on YouTube, as well as on Facebook and Teespring. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Gee, what a fucking difference that was, wasn't it? Never bet you thought you'd see that change from the first video on this channel to how I am now. Because of Lita and doing those challenges, I've grown quite a bit. because I've shared quite a bit during those challenges that wouldn't usually get shared. And thankfully, the Lido fam was there to help me. And that's why I'm doing the Lido challenge, to help those in my community here, whether you're blind or visually impaired, or whether you're sighted, because there are a few sighted people doing this as well. And because of the drastic change that I have made and how comfortable I am now compared to then, I'm no longer afraid to be on camera. I'm no longer afraid to share my mind. There's a lot of people out there who would think that I should shut the fuck up and get off of this platform, but guess what? It's not gonna happen. The only way I'm getting off of this platform is if Google or YouTube shut me down. Hence why I'm actually working on trying to get a website of my own going, because I know I violate their community guidelines quite a bit with my language, but I don't fucking care. Fuck your guidelines. Guess what? It's First Amendment. I'll say whatever the fuck I want to, and ain't nobody gonna tell me anything different. I swore an oath to defend this country and our Constitution, and I'll be damned if anyone or anything thinks you're gonna fucking stop me from speaking my mind the way I want to speak my mind. You don't like it? Tough shit. Don't have to watch. Just saying. Ain't that a difference? Go from poor ass quality video with half-assed audio because I wasn't used to using my mixer to now I'm using a phone as a webcam in the same microphone, just hooked up by USB instead of through a fucking $200 goddamn mixer that has issues. What a difference! 1 month. That's it. 31 days. That's why I chose to do this again in October, because it's 31 days. There is no amount of me doing this on my own that would have gotten these results. Serious as shit. Listening to the other LIDA participants sharing as much as I did, as deep as I did for them 31 days, has created a literal fucking monster. Rawr! Go ahead, trolls. I'm right here waiting. And now I've got moderators and friends that are here to back my ass up. So if I don't mull you the fuck over my damn self, Samson will. Lauren will. Elo will. Any one of my moderators will run your ass right over. Because we all have the same understanding. And we all know exactly what to look for. And we're waiting. Troll me. Watch what happens. You won't do it again, I guarantee it. And I ain't afraid of you to do it either. Because I don't care no more. That's what's happened. I've gained the confidence and the experience on camera to not give a flying fuck what anybody thinks of me. Here on this platform or in general. It's amazing. Before I was afraid to go live. Now I'm actually excited to go live. Before I was afraid to share my personal story. After 31 days of sharing my personal story, I'm not afraid to share it anymore. I might have left out a few key details about my journey, but they'll be coming here in the near future. Don't worry. You'll know my entire life history at one point or another here in the future. Because I don't care. The more you know me, the more you like me, the more you like me, the more you trust me. And if it weren't for those three factors, you wouldn't be here to begin with. Just saying. Even if you just stumbled across my channel, now you're even more likely to go, wait a minute. Why in the hell did I find this dude now? What the hell happened? Why couldn't I find him 6 months ago? Why couldn't I have found him 16 years ago when he first got on the platform? Because that is definitely one thing I've done is been doing a lot of content. Granted, it's across 3 different channels, but I did a lot of content. It's too bad my original channels had to get removed because of inactivity, because they wouldn't allow you to switch over a damn email address. But that's the wonderful changes from YouTube 16 years ago to now. Things was a lot more simplified in the sense of channel management, kind of. But I'm sure you're very shocked now on what has changed. I will almost guarantee you're shocked by the difference from February of 2020 to October 2020. And thank you, Samson, for making that request, because it opened up my eyes a little bit more, and I even started tearing up a little bit thinking about my ferrets, because they were one of my major outlets to relax and de-stress, and I don't have them no more. And though my mom's older Chihuahua was a pain in my ass, I miss him too. And then we just actually had to put my step grandparents' dog down a week and a half ago, a week ago, something like that. I've lost track of the days. Either way, another animal gone and another journey down the road. But now you can see the difference between me being the low energy, monotone, no personality really on camera to the current asshole I am now. Just saying. Because I'm sure there's probably a few of you going, wow, he is a major fucking asshole. Wow, he swears a lot. Yep, guess what? That's being the Marine. Samson will tell you. There's not one Marine out there who does not swear like every other word. And the only time that we would not do this kind of swearing would be while we're in front of our non-commissioned officers in charge or our commanding officers in charge, because they would literally rip our fucking head off and correct us, because we are supposed to be the best of the best in this country. And for those of you out there who are probably thinking, yeah, whatever, just remember the Marines are the men's department of the Navy. Just saying. Hey, brother Aaron, what's going on, bro? Hope you're having a good day. Didn't you come at a good time? Lauren, yes, you heard your name. And what's funny, Lauren, is it was right when I called you divided by sight, and instead of the other stream, because there is another one at one point in there where I mention you as the nerdy lady. The very first time we actually started talking and streaming together, and look at the change that we've both gone through in the last few months. Big change. And I will guarantee now, Lauren, if you stick with this challenge, you're going to notice a big change for yourself, just like I have. May not be as drastic as mine, but I know that it is going to help you with your content. Because me doing it 2 times a day has definitely helped. Because an hour here and then an hour to almost 2 hours in the Lita challenge, and then for as much as I shared personally, it helped a lot. And if it wouldn't have been for you and Samson and Diana and Paul and Pat Flynn and the rest of our quarantine fam from Pat's channel, I probably wouldn't have succeeded at completing that challenge. I probably wouldn't have completed it at all without Paul or Diana being there. Because I was nervous and afraid as all hell being the only visually impaired person in that challenge. Thankfully, our Lido fam was there to actually encourage and support me and help me throughout that entire challenge. I actually learned quite a bit about myself, and I learned quite a bit about those that were there with me. And we've all created our own close-knit relationships because of that challenge. And it's the same thing I can see happening with our challenge in our community right now for this going on. For Bleedo. The more we know each other, the more we trust each other, we like each other, and understand each other in the journeys that we've struggled with. And that creates relationships that will go on for a long time because we do know those intimate details and understand each other and trust each other to be able to share, to be able to chat, to be able to reach out to each other when we're having rough times and stuff. And for all of you in the Lita fam who have been joining me periodically here on these live streams, doing the live streams within our own community now on Facebook, I hope you really do understand how much I appreciate every last one of you for helping me get over my nerves, gain my confidence, gain my self-esteem, to be me on camera, to share my story with complete strangers, because you're not my strangers no more. You're my Lita fam, just like my quarantine fam. I appreciate you all, and I love you all very deeply for the amount of help you've all given me, because it would not have happened without each of you. That blank wall kills you. Well, the blank wall's no more. It's over there, man. And it's not a blank wall no more, Samson. It's got my turntable and my speakers and everything over there now, because that's where that used to sit, right here. Turntable here, literally, speaker right here. And then just over a little bit was my record collection. Now my record collection is still right here, but this is all going to change. One more time. I am going to be sitting over just a little bit more and on a slightly more of an angle, because I have a new desk that's going to be here in the next few days. And I'll have more records sitting here, and I'll probably have my eagle head sitting over here. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to decorate my new desk yet, 100%. But my studio setup is going to change one more time, because I'm tired of sitting at this microwave stand that I've rigged up to be a desk. It's uncomfortable. And it's about time I had a professional setup to be able to have a productive area instead of moving shit all the time. No tear down, no setup, no tear down, no setup, tear down, sure. Fuck that. So tired of having to move stuff. I'm going to set it and forget it. All I'm going to have to do is hit a couple buttons, be like, hey, guess what? I'm live. Big change, I know. And I'm grateful, because there's only going to be more positive change in the future. I can tell already, for the amount of work that I've already done in the past couple months, and for as much as I'm busting my ass every day since, there's only No, there's no way but up from here on out. I might come into a spot where I have a hitch where it decides to take me out at the kneecap for a minute. But you can't keep a Marine down. We're gonna come back and we're gonna fuck you up even harder than we did the first time. Go ahead, kick me. Watch what happens. You better run, because if it don't kill me, it's just gonna make me stronger. Definitely different, huh, Lauren? Thank you, brother Aaron. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, not an asshole, a monster. Yeah, yeah. A monster waiting for trolls. Because this monster wants to run some over. Trolls. Tasty. Just saying. I'm hungry for some trolls. I'm hungry. Hungry for some trolls. Chew them up, spit them out like there's no tomorrow. But yeah, I think over the last 8 months, there has been a drastic change in the way that I perceive myself and the way that others perceive me now, because I have changed quite a bit when it comes down to making my content, being on camera. I am definitely more confident and open now than I used to be. And it's all obtainable for everyone. If you're nervous about being on camera, let me be a perfect example of how good that change can actually be. Because there is no fear here no more about hitting that go live button. There is no more fear here about sharing my story, telling you how I feel. That should be obvious for today, because I went on one hell of a rant. Just saying. Hashtag rant time. Hashtag just saying. Trolls. Still ain't had one yet. I'm sure one will pop up eventually. But he's just gonna get mowed the hell over like there's no tomorrow. Hey, Leah, how are you doing this evening? Oh, afternoon. Depending on where you are over there. I don't remember exactly where you are anymore. I've been doing so much shit lately. I'm forgetting where everybody is around the damn world. What time is it? Holy sheep shit. Wow. See, look what happened. I plan on an hour, and we're definitely well over an hour. Danny McKenna, you're probably sitting there going, see, this is what I was waiting for yesterday. Steal the show from Diana and just go all fucking ballistic and never shut up. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Yeah, I definitely think I failed at keeping today's stream at close to an hour and a half. I was only anticipating an hour, but almost 2.5 hours. Look what the fuck happened. Lita has created a literal monster. I don't know how to shut up no more. Oops. So, with that said, does anybody have any last minute questions or comments? Because I do not want to keep you all night long or all day long, depending on where you are in I know people can come and go as they please, but I've still got to complete my mission for today. I've got to do the recording for tomorrow's mission. I actually got some copper rods here today, so I can actually work on Pat Flynn's gift that I've been trying to get finished. And now that my new pieces are here, I can try to finish fabricating this damn thing without issues. And I've still got to finish my conversation with Lauren as well, because I don't think she wants me to discuss that on a live stream. I will just say that some people piss me off, and I'll leave it at that for that situation. Hashtag rant time is coming again to a video near you. Or who knows? Maybe if you piss me off good enough, rant time will come to your door. Just kidding, just kidding. Unless you're in Michigan, and then maybe not so much. Alrighty. I'm not seeing any more comments come in, so I want to thank you all again for joining me today. Greatly appreciated. Sorry I took like super freaking long today, forever. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you can stay updated on the latest videos, live streams, and more. Please don't forget to smash that like button. It also helps you stay updated as well, because YouTube and their stupidity with changing shit all the damn time. Again, final rant, okay? Final rant for today. YouTube, fix your shit. I'm just saying, what the fuck is the point of having a subscribe button if you're not going to give us all the notifications? Because even if I hit the goddamn bell, we don't get all the notifications unless they engage. What the fuck's the deal with that? When people subscribe, you should automatically just give them the damn notification. It shouldn't require hitting a fucking extra button to say all. Just give them the notification. Because when somebody's got to do 3 steps just to get one thing, it's kind of stupid. Quit breaking shit that worked fine in the first place. Just saying. Rant time is done for today, or at least for everybody here on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter. I hope you enjoyed the experience today, because I know it was one hell of a ride today, I'm sure. If you do by chance have any questions, feel free to comment below. Put question in all caps. It'll make it a lot easier for me to differentiate from regular comments, unless you're the only commenter, in which that case, go ahead and just drop your comment in there and I'll get back to you ASAP. If you want to connect outside of YouTube or on Twitter, you can find me and our consulting crew community on the Hangout group on Facebook. The link is in the description. It is also on my channel header. And if you don't want to click on one of them buttons, you can just look for Consult the Blind Guy on Facebook, and you will find me and all my groups there. if you have any questions or comments and you don't feel like putting them in the chat or in the comments below, you can always feel free to hit me up by email. consult.ablindguy@gmail.com. I am the only one that monitors my email, so it'll be me responding to you, and I will not share anything here on the platforms without your prior permission. Privacy for you is a big issue, I'm sure. That's why you would probably be emailing me instead of posting, so don't worry. I'm one of them kind of people too. I understand that privacy is a security thing, and you ain't gotta worry about me sharing shit. Just saying. If you ain't giving me permission to share it, it ain't getting said and it ain't getting shared. So, with that said, I want to thank you all one more time for being here with me today. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you have a good day or a good evening, depending on where you are in the world, and I will see you next time. Peace out until then.